So now we'll talk about Windows Live Alerts. Alerts is a service that's been around for quite a while that we built out the infrastructure for sending out alerts to a variety of device types on a large scale to large numbers of users. So this is often something that you don't necessarily need to build yourself or don't want to or manage or figure out how best to scale that up. And it's been used for quite a while in the MSN world for a while, and now we've been allowing people to inject their own alerts into the system and allow their own users to come to us to manage those alerts to figure out how and when they want them to show up in their inbox or their phone or whatever it happens to be. There's two main ways that you can use alerts on your site. If you have items that you want your users to subscribe to via alerts, you can expose that via an RSS feed. Or if you have an existing RSS feed, then that works just as well. It's the simplest way to do it because there's no development required. All you need to do is go to the sign up page, fill out the form, tell us a little bit of information about your feed, where it is, and then take the small snippet of code that we provide after that and put it on your page. Once the users click on that, then they'll sign into Live, and the alerts become part of their profile. And because your alert is part of our system, then they can choose whatever the delivery method is going to be. Any or all of whether they can want an IM to pop up a toast on their desktop client, they just want alerts via email, for their cell phone, that sort of thing. Thing to note, since this service is free, the alerts may eventually have ads in them. The other way to create alerts is to use the SOAP-based API. And for this, you just go up to MSDN, pull down the web service description document, and at that point, it's a standard SOAP. You can use whatever language that can talk to SOAP, and allows you a little bit more flexibility beyond what the web UI does for the RSS feeds. So at that point, you actually can manage what the end user subscriptions are. You can subscribe and unsubscribe users. You can deliver messages directly into it rather than waiting for us to pull the RSS feed and manage groups and that sort of thing. Now, I'm going to show you two things. One is what it looks like from a developer and a website developer perspective, and then one how it looks like from the consumer perspective. For the developer, if you have the RSS feed, basically what you need to do is go to signup.alerts.live.com, and this will pull up, and you'll see that it gives you a little information about how to do and what to do, but ultimately what you need to do is go to this sign up page here. You need to fill out some contact information so that we can get a hold of you if necessary. And what are you going to call the name of the feed and then the address of the feed. So and notice also up here it says company name or blog name. This will show up as the overarching thing because you may have more than one feed or something like that in there. So you need a title here, and then you also need the title of the specific feed here. You need to pick a volume level. How much traffic are you getting? How many alerts per day do you think you're going to be sending out? As well as if you want to pick a category to have this in the directory. And then also, what is the return URL after the user signs up? Where do you want us to send the web page? So this is the return URL. We saw the same thing in the contacts API, or the chat control and the consent for presence API earlier on. And particularly a reply email address and some more, basically a couple other informations. You check the box, make sure I got everything accurate, and then submit it. Once that happens, then we'll provide you a little code snippet which has an image in it which looks like this image here, the Windows Live Alerts image, and then you'll just need to put that code, and it'll have a sample URL sort of like this one here under subscribe on your page, and once that happens, then you're ready to go. Now, from a user's perspective, what they would see would be that icon that we saw on the Sign Up Alerts page, but the URL would link to this second subscribe URL here. This is an example URL that I have set up on one of my pages on Live Spaces. If the user were to click on this, then this will bring up a browser, take them to the Windows Live Alerts sign up page. You can see here's the name of the alert that I chose. and then they can choose how they want to subscribe to these. You'll see here, here's the specific piece inside the alerts, Ben's Photos, since this happens to be on an RSS feed of one of the photos libraries on Live Spaces. Check the box on which alert I want to receive, and then also I can change my delivery preferences. This is one of the nice things about the Windows Live Alerts is we have a variety of delivery preferences the user can have. If I have a mobile device set up, I can tell it to send them SMS, text, as well as with this custom delivery, I can say if I'm signed in currently to Messenger, then send my alerts to Messenger and not to email. Otherwise, if I'm not on Messenger, then send me an email so that when I get back online, I will see that. Finish that, then that'll take me back to the page that I originally came from, and everything will be fine and good. And I can return. Notice here, this will take me back to that live space where I had the link originally, and that'll be fine. And then, so that'll take the user to our site, and then they can fill out the form, fill out what they want, and then return back to your site. And that concludes the communicating portion of this training. Remembering that the ability to embed Messenger to communicate, allow users to communicate both with you and to each other, as well as with allowing alerts so that they can continue to communicate even when they're offline or get notifications of things that are going on when they're not necessarily connected to the website. Thanks for watching.